Okay, boys, we just came home from a wrestling meet and it was pretty darn fun, right? And so today I wanted to talk about why young men should learn how to fight. They should learn like a martial arts, whether it be wrestling, jiu-jitsu, freaking boxing, whatever, right? Every young man should learn how to do this. Like, if you don't know how to do it, you're missing out, okay? So here, I'll give you 7 reasons why, okay? Let's get into it. Number one, increase testosterone. You guys gotta understand that competition increases testosterone. Actually, like there's a study that says like competition increases testosterone by like 800%. It's freaking crazy. But there's also like other things like related to it is like your status, because when status increases, testosterone increases. Because when you beat another man, in a freaking match in a combat sport or whatever, you're quote unquote on a higher status than him. You're the winner, the guy's a loser. And so when you start competing in combat sports, right, when you start learning how to fight, you start beating guys up, right? Whether it be in boxing or in wrestling, right? You are winning, you're dominating the other person. You are going to have an increased amount of testosterone, and with increased amount of testosterone, it's so highly associated with masculinity. Like if you do not have high testosterone, you are not the man that you could be, right? Low testosterone, you are gonna be acting like a little bitch. High testosterone, you won't act like a little bitch. Okay? So if you don't wanna act like a little bitch, go do some, learn how to fight. Okay? So it's really, really important. I'm telling you, like, testosterone, like, increasing your testosterone as a young man is gonna make you feel more ambitious. It's gonna make you feel more, like driven, purposeful. You're going to want to like attack your goals. You're going to have this high energy, this state of like competitiveness that a man should have. Like you should want to be powerful. God wants you to be powerful. And so learning how to fight will help you tap into that primal state, that primal powerful feeling that a man should be in, that state of mind. Okay? So learn how to fight so you can have that increase in testosterone. Number two is mastery over self. And I say mastery over self as in like you learn to control your emotions, because I personally have never seen like a guy that's really good in martial arts just like lose his temper and start beating up people. It's like it's only those people that are like, hey, let's scrap and shit, and they'll punches like this shit. They're the sorry, they're the ones that are quick tempered and shit like that, and it's really learning how to fight will help you control your emotions. Why? Because I'm gonna keep it a bop. Like technique always beats emotional emotional attacks. Because when you're in this emotional state, right? When you're in this emotional state, your technique will be off. You need to have like logical precision when it comes to these things, right? And so when you're all mad, you tense up and start whacking some shit. You need to have self control over that. And by learning how to fight, you will have that self control, because you're like, once you get good, right? When you get good, you have to be technical. Like your technique will overcome it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to say this. Like once you start being in this emotional state, your technique falls off, and the person with better technique, with a better, sharper, tougher mind that doesn't just lose control because of his emotions, he will beat that guy that's just like all mad and shit like that. Okay, it's always the calm, collected, guy that's beating the other person. That's beating the emotional turmoil guy. You know what I mean? So you learn how to master over yourself, over your emotions, but also like discipline in the mind. Like again, when you learn to fucking fight, you have to put in the discipline. This shit's hard work, bro. Wrestling, dude, these kids are doing conditioning harder than freaking cross country kids. Like it's gonna take you a lot of discipline. You're gonna have a lot of mental toughness. You're going to lose matches, right? This is mastery over yourself. You're going to lose, and it's gonna hurt. And that I should have put it here, but like toughness, right? Mental toughness, physical toughness, all of that is is generated through learning martial arts. Like you don't understand like the when you lose big time, it's just it hurts, bro. It hurts. Like it hurts you. It hurts you like a well physically, if you're boxing and shit like that. But like mentally, like damn, it sucks. It's a really bad feeling. And so that those hardships will help you master your mind and your spirit and shit like that. Okay, and so very 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 good to learn how to fight. Okay, number 3, increase confidence, bro. Increase confidence, bro. I remember when I was in my senior year and I was like captain of the wrestling team. I I'd be walking around with my wrestling shirt, my wrestling hoodie, and like I'd be like strutting around in that, and I didn't give a shit. There's sometimes a person would walk past me and he'd make eye contact with me. He looked down on my shirt that said Islanders Wrestling, right? And then he'd be like, oh shit, gotta look straight, okay? I felt so fucking confident in myself. Sometimes like when I was like, when somebody would accidentally bump me and shit, like I wouldn't give a shit, right? Because I know for a fact when I walk around, like I know my own skill. Like I know I can throw anybody around me. I know I can out of these 100 people in this vicinity, I can throw every single person here. Okay? Like my skill, like when you learn how to fight, like me personally, I know boxing, I know wrestling, and I'm pretty good at it. So I know I'm confident in my own abilities, and that now I know that these people around me, they're like none of these guys can actually beat me, and that self-assurance, that self-confidence in yourself, like people might say it's arrogant and shit like that, but like to me it's facts, right? Because I know for a fact these guys don't even train, bro. These guys don't even train. I train it. I sacrifice. I put my blood, sweat, and tears in this shit. You know what I mean? So like, it's facts. But anyway, like that gives me fucking confidence when I strut around. And so maybe that's part of the reason why like I'm able to talk on camera so confidently is because I did learn wrestling, I learned boxing, and those things like sharpen the mind. Again, it goes back to mastery over self. It makes you tougher. It makes you tougher, and that toughness carries over to other areas of life, in social interactions and shit like that. And so, you'll have this increased amount of confidence when you know that you know how to fight, right? Okay, so on the flip side, number 5, it's decreased anxiety. I remember when I was skinny and I was like, didn't do wrestling or anything like that. That's when I was scared of shit. I honestly, even one of my friends, he was skinny and shit like that. He said he gets anxiety around me because because of the muscles and shit like that, and because he doesn't work out and he doesn't know how to fight and shit like that. And so I just realized like the anxiety is decreased because you know your worth. It's kind of like with the same thing with confidence. I skipped number 4. Lol. The increased anxiety. There's less insecurity in public. I'm telling you, it's so true. Like if you talk to anybody that was like in wrestling or that don't knows how to box, it's like they're not real. Compared to before, the anxiety is decreased because you just know your self-worth. You know that you can fuck somebody up if shit comes down to it, right? I remember before I used to like visualize before I learned like wrestling and boxing. I used to visualize me winning in a fight, but then I would clench my fist and there would be no pressure in my fist. I'm like, damn, I'd probably lose a fight. You know what I mean? Like once I felt like the grip strength in my hand, again, low testosterone, Elijah. I felt the grip strength in my hand and there was nothing. I was like, damn, I'm actually not gonna win a fight. I've never thrown a punch in my life. I've never wrestled before. I wouldn't win a fight if shit came down to it. And like I can visualize it. I can like fantasize about it. But like if I don't learn this shit, some random kid is gonna beat me up. Cause there were when I was in middle school and high school, there'd be kids actually getting jumped. There would be kids getting jumped, and I think this is why I was like visualizing that shit. Cause whoa, what would happen if I was jumped, right? And quite honestly, like at that time, I realized like if I was jumped, I probably got my ass kicked, because I don't know how to fight, right? I don't know how to do this shit. So I can't defend myself when if shit ever hits the fan. So when you actually learn how to fight, you have the confidence to know that yes, I can fucking defend myself. So I won't have anxiety when I walk across like a very dark hallway, right? A dark. Honestly, you know what? Okay, I'm like just thinking shit off the bat, but like when you go down like a dark hallway and there's like people on the side, you don't have that much anxiety because, like yeah, it's kind of scary. They might have a weapon and shit, but like it's you know that you can fuck them up, right? If shit comes down to it, or you can run away if they have a weapon and shit, right? There's like sometimes like at my old where I used to work before, there was they'd say it was haunted and there's a ghost and shit. I'm telling you, before I was so scared of ghosts and shit, like the dark and shit. But like now, now, or when I walk in the fucking dark, I tell myself, you know what? If a ghost actually fucking pops up, I'd probably beat the fuck out of it. I'm telling you, that's the self confidence. That's the decreased anxiety. Like if Bloody Mary like popped out of the fucking mirror, I'd probably smack the bitch, like that kind of shit. Okay, so it's really I feel really good when just because of this shit. It's a really boosting confidence, a big boost in confidence. We'll go back to number 4 because I skipped number 5. Oh, I skipped it. It's increase in social status. Okay, others recognize your skill. Again, like what I said when I was walking across the hallway and the guy saw my shirt, he's like, oh shit, he's in wrestling, oh my gosh. I probably shouldn't mess with him. That was one of the things. But like in order to learn how to fight, right, majority of combat sports, you need another person boxing with. Like if you're boxing, you need another person to spar with. If you're wrestling, you need another person to throw and shit like that. And so, when you start getting good, other people recognize your skill. You start actually, like when I was in high school, I was known as a wrestling captain, right? I was like, oh shit, that's Elijah the wrestler. That's Elijah the wrestler, so he knows how to do this shit. He's pretty good at wrestling, right? And so, that social status, again, it comes with like you being good at something. Like it could be like indirectly, like social status comes with you being good at something. So when you are good at something, like you're competing, right? And you're winning, increase in testosterone because you're at the top, you're competition, you're dominant, okay? And so, it's nice. It's really nice to have an increasing amount of social status to like people know like, oh shit, this Elijah can fuck you up, right? Go wrestle him. You know what I mean? So that's nice. Okay, number 6, can enter flow. Okay, so I know this is kind of like a weird point, but like I've never actually met people that have entered that can like be so focused into a certain endeavor, right? Like I've only known it from athletes. Athletes know how to enter flow. And if you don't know what flow is, like a state of complete focus when challenge meets skill, right? And this feeling of flow is probably one of the best feelings ever. And like you can't, if you're thinking about, oh, I need to end flow, you're probably not gonna end flow, right? It comes naturally when the skill meets the challenge. And so like this being able to have complete focus on the task at hand, like what I said about being present in the moment, it's such a overpowering feeling because again, you like tap into your God-given power, right? You're present in the moment, you're fully focused, your presence, your attention is focused into one thing, and you're able to give 100% of your effort. It's a super powerful feeling, and I was able to develop it through learning how to fight, through wrestling and through boxing. And so that's just a little side tangent, not a side tangent, but like little point that not many people, I realize not many people have entered flow before. They can get distracted by watching TV and shit, but like actually entering this godlike state is really like a godlike state. You like tap into 100% of your being and focus on the task at hand. It's insane. And so that's just like, whoo, only athletes. I've only like athletes, artists and shit like that. It's only things that people do an activity, because activity, if we break it down, Active. Activity means active, right? I've only seen it when people do something active. They're not sitting down watching a fucking YouTube video or anything like that. They're actually doing something, whether it be like boxing, wrestling, painting, right? Surfing, right? Any kind of action, any kind of activity, that's the kind of thing that you can enter flow. Writing, right? And so, yeah, it's one of those side tangents. And number 7, it's fun as fuck. Okay, this is actually probably the most important point. Wrestling and boxing, like that's the, because I say wrestling and boxing because that's the martial arts I learned, right? But you know, people do jiu-jitsu and judo and shit like that. But it's fun as fuck, man. Being able to throw somebody, being able to punch somebody in the face and dodge these fucking punches. Dude, you don't even understand, bro. When I first started actually seeing the punches coming, because when you start boxing, you can't tell, bro. Like, you can watch as many like YouTube videos as possible on how to dodge and slip punches, but like your body can't tell. You're gonna be stiff as fuck, right? So when I started boxing, I watched so many videos, but then when the boxing came, I still got fucking punched in the face and didn't know how to move, right? But like after like 30 days, after 60 days, after just like focusing on like boxing and shit, and I started feeling myself to like actually seeing the punches and actually dodging it just by like a hair. Ooh, it's fucking smooth, bro. It feels fucking good as fuck, bro. It's awesome. It's an amazing feeling. Just like wrestling, dude. When you get the actual smoothest takedown, like the guy just falls, right? It feels effortless and shit like that. Fun as fuck, bro. Masculine dominance is what I have here, bro. Masculine dominance. You don't understand. When you beat somebody's ass, that's awesome. As a masculine man, like, I want to know that I'm the best. I want to know that I can fuck somebody up. And so I show my dominance. I display my dominance. And some people think dominance as in like I'm waving my wiener around and saying like this is me, I'm the shit. And that's kind of like what I do, except don't wave my wiener around. I just like, I am the shit. Like I am the shit. Like you have a problem, let's go wrestle right now. You know what I mean? Like this is how we display dominance. This is how we become the alpha male. This is how we become the top of the leaderboards. The increased amount of testosterone. You know what I mean? This is fun as fuck. Masculine men, as a man, learning how to fight, it increases your amount of masculine aura. I'm telling you, like, because men are supposed to be powerful. We are supposed to be active. Like, fighting is an active thing. Like, we're supposed to be dominant, powerful. God wants you to be powerful as fuck. It says in Genesis, like, you are meant to be great. And so, you tap into this primal instinct, bro. Your primal nature as a man is like this. You know what I mean? Like you can fuck somebody up if shit comes down to it. You can protect your loved ones type shit. You know what I mean? So you gotta learn how to fight, bro. This is men. This is a masculine thing. This is men. You know what I mean? I don't know about women, okay? I have no idea what women. They can talk about shit and gossip and shit like that. But like for us men, we learn how to fight. So your actionable step, if you don't know what it is to learn a fucking martial arts. Learn a martial arts. Whether that be wrestling, boxing, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, you know, Muay Thai. I know a lot of people want to do Muay Thai and shit like that. That's a good one too. But yeah, go sign up to a freaking gym. There's gyms everywhere, bro. If you are in high school, dude, your high school has wrestling. You know, if there's gyms everywhere, boxing gyms, Muay Thai gyms everywhere. So don't use that as a fucking excuse. You go learn this shit because you're gonna feel like more of a man like this. You're gonna increase your testosterone and yeah, dude. What masculine dominance increases like everything comes back to increasing testosterone. Like you will feel more like a man by learning how to fight. There's no other way around it. So in essence, you build masculine aura, you build masculine dominance, you build masculine power. You increase your testosterone when you learn how to fight. Okay, so go learn how to fucking fight. And if you're fighting right now, if you like doing wrestling, doing boxing, and any of that shit, you're a G. Keep it up. Get better. Improve your skills. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Deuces.